They say the best things come from the worst shit. This all facts, this ain't no verse shit.
To the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and Sam Man over there from Viral Hip Hop News. If you're listening on YouTube, as always, I need you to do me just two favors. Go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you share this one, text this video to somebody, and that's all we ask y'all to do, because it really does help, get the message out. I want to jump, speaking of rappers, I want to jump, to this next story, because this one is another one, and a lot of guys look at him and they call him this and that, but we're gonna talk about this. It's Kodak Black.
Okay.
Kodak Black jumped on his Instagram and pretty much is comparing himself to Tupac and Biggie. I'm just gonna play what he said, saying, man, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this one, man. Here's Kodak.
The hardest young nigga. I'm the hardest rapper in the game, I promise. Like, when you talk about me, you should put me in a category of like Paul, Big, Nas, them niggas. Like, you feel me? Like, really listen to my shit. I don't care about how I act, like, on the ground. Like, you feel me? Fuck with the blog, say, ask about me in the streets. Ask about me in the streets. I'm a real one. And I spit that fire. And I'm action for real. And you feel me? All that good shit. But I see y'all sensitive as fuck, so a nigga can't even vibe how a nigga want to vibe, cause y'all sensitive, so I can't even be bugging on the internet, cause y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
I thought that was a shot at us a little bit. That
Did
one, maybe, because we did a few videos, on Kodak Black. But anyway, maybe not. So we even be entertaining this, Sam, man, at all, this conversation? Real talk. Kodak Black, Tupac, Biggie, is he anywhere near? Is he even better than Weezy?
Now I knew you were going to say that. And I think that's the conversation you're relating to. Let me say this before we go into that conversation, because a lot of people will easily shun off Kodak Black. And I really like this dude. Anytime he talks, I listen, because I'm going to get humor, but then I'm going to understand because it's an ignorance in it, but there's also a genius behind it. And if you can break down and get through the ignorance and break down what he's really saying,
What's he saying,
it can make some sense.
What's he saying?
It can make some sense. Now, is he on the level of Tupac and Biggie? No, not in my opinion yet. Now, he does have a solid body of work. His work and his albums, if you can get through the just listening and that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? That separation. Yeah. If you can get away from that separation and dive into the lyrics,
right,
he's actually saying a couple things. It's actually making some sense. But in the way he comes off in social media, it makes him look wild as hell. And he's always going to look wild as hell. But I think he should kind of compare himself more so toward the Weezy in that age right now. Is he better than Weezy,
you think? Or
is he better than Weezy?
Kind of carbon copied? Or? He's
carbon copied when it comes to his sound.
Right.
Maybe a little more lyrical. You know what I appreciate? No, listen. This is what I'm saying. And I'm not sitting here saying that Kodak Black right now is better than Lil Wayne. Not saying that at all. But what I do appreciate about Kodak Black, as opposed to Lil Wayne so much, is at least Kodak Black is giving you what he is and what he's about, and it's authentic. Where's the progression with Lil Wayne? It's been the same shit.
From New Orleans.
From now, I love New Orleans, and New Orleans loves us. And like I said, I love Lil Wayne, but when you look at it now, he's still spitting bars. He was on a record. I forgot what the record he was on last. It was on the 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz album. Spitting bars on that joint. But it's just strip club Wayne. Like, when are you going to give us some substance?
I mean, but I know, he ain't that type of dude. I get what you're saying or whatever and whatnot. He's been the same guy, whatever, but he's lyrically, man. He's lyrical. I mean, he look at his progression, from the Hot Boys we've seen him, his longevity, and you just said that he, pretty much is still spitting. So it's like, just because he don't always come with the conscious stuff, pretty much at all, really. Don't mean that you can't consider him one of the best. Kodak Black is nowhere near Weezy. He could never be compared to him right now.
Lil Wayne is one of the greatest freestyles, like off the top, who's ever lived. He's one of the greatest lyricists to come up with bars and punchlines and wordplay to ever live. He's also the godfather of mumble rap. He's also the godfather of your Kodak Blacks and your Lil Yachty's and all of those of the world too.
Right.
And all I can say is my gripe with Lil Wayne, and I won't put it toward more so a gripe with Lil Wayne. I'll give it more so points toward Kodak Black. Is at least he's giving you a little more genuine himself, not necessarily conscious, because I wouldn't call what the fuck Kodak Black does conscious.
No,
but at least he's giving you who he is, and you can see a progression and a growth coming to where maybe when he does sit where Lil Wayne is, this conversation can be a little more. Have a little more substance to it, because he's still young. He's fucking 21, 22?
Young man, yeah.
He's a baby.
Definitely. And that's what I say, man. I always, when I look at guys like him, I look and say, okay, where was I at when I was 21? Even though I might not have said some of the same things that he said back then, I probably made a lot of bad decisions. You know,
Oh my
another
God.
thing, we just didn't have, social media wasn't as prevalent as it was,
Right.
you know, back then. So, you know, I like the guy, man, and you know, we had to roast him a few times for some certain things that he said and whatnot. But I think it was the Gucci situation. We talked about him, but you know, it is what it is, man. No hard feelings over here on this platform, but definitely can't compare, you know, to Weezy. Damn sure should never put himself in the same breath as Biggie and Tupac. I mean, that's disrespectful.
Well,
in my opinion,
he said he don't got respect for the old niggas. You see, he slapped,
true.
slapped my uncle fucking sticky fingers and shit. So
yeah,
he just he known for just being disrespectful. He don't give a fuck. And as far as I forgot what I was gonna say, I fucked up. But as far as him comparing himself to Tupac and Biggie, nah, that's wild. Yeah,
no doubt, man. But that kind of is what it is, man. Definitely. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God and Sam, man. We going in today on this Thursday. I want to encourage everybody, if you want to listen to us live, we'll be live on Friday night, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, we'll be live on the Uncensored Truth podcast channel on YouTube. And check us out, man, because we're going to be, like I said, live. All right, man. So I jump, you know what I mean, to this next story over here, man. Well, Colin Kaepernick, you know, a few weeks ago, we had a couple discussions about this. Yeah. And we were, you know, we had one, then we came back to the table and said, look, man, let's talk about this again, because the details of the deal, why are these being not made public? Right. You know, so now we know how much that Colin Kaepernick settled out of the NFL. You know, with now this protest started back in 2016, where Colin Kaepernick and mainly Eric Reed, you know, pretty much started demonstrating against police brutality, you know, and racial inequality. And pretty much they kneeled and found themselves off, you know, the team
blackball
and whatnot, blackball from the league. And they pretty much filed suit against the NFL. And we found out now that they only got $10 million. Now a lot of articles are coming out, and we said it before we even seen it. It was like, yo, that's not really a lot of money.
That's not each, that's together.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So they got to split it
right
at the end of the day. So 5 million, we'll say, you know, each. What do you think, Sam, man? Are we shooting too high for this one? Or are we right on with this one? Do you think this is too little money?
This is way too little.
Yeah,
this is way too little. And when we talked probably about a month ago now, we were on Colin Kaepernick a little bit. Like, I mean, I know you said on our pre-production, you were under suspicion, what, 50, 60 mil?
Probably.
I was leaning toward 100. Like, I thought he got the fucking bag.
Definitely.
The way everything was going and the way they were staring on the media. And this is very interesting because we both agreed with somebody that we are also critical with on here, very respectfully critical, Stephen A. Smith, at the time, where he was questioning the money. But at the time, if you recall, I said, I kind of questioned where he's going with this. Why are you doing this to this man on the media? So $10 million now that it's out, man, that's not a lot of bread. Now, what it will say is, and what is telling is, one, if he does get back in the NFL, which I still hope he does not do, because we've seen and we looked at his salary for his NFL career, his career earnings of $43,349,296, with a career pay average of $7.24 million, with his highest payout being $14.3 million back in 2016. We also seen him get the bag from Nike. He's doing various speaking engagements out here. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think Colin Kaepernick needs money necessarily. He doesn't have to go back to the NFL. Right. If he does go back to the NFL and shuts up and doesn't kneel, because like we played a month ago, he said if conditions were to change as far as police brutality, black oppression, things like that, he would stop kneeling. With 2019. I couldn't say it changed.
I mean, we can look at the number. We can, I don't really believe those numbers that they give us anyway. But anyway, if we would look at the numbers, I would say no. Right. You know what I mean? Even just, you know, I don't see anything change. I mean, it hasn't been changed like that. If anything, it's getting progressively worse. You know what I mean? That it is. I mean, no real policies have changed anywhere that I've know of with police the way. I mean, if anything, you know, you see them getting more and more, you know, being able to take more and more of your freedoms by doing things they do. So I don't know, you know, where this is going, man. Definitely think it's a low offer. You know, talk about 5 million, you know, a piece. I would at least wanted him to get, you know, his salary times 3 or 4. Right. You know what I mean? Pain, suffering, and being out of the league, and that, I mean, you know, I don't know, man. This is, you know, a crazy situation. I do still want to see them protest, though. You know what I mean? Because you can, you know, again, bring the numbers. Oh, it dropped 1%, but it's still, 80 or 90 people getting shot by police, you know what I mean, a year or something like that, or whatever, the number is. So I don't know, man. I just want to see some progress here with this. And I feel like we haven't really seen any. I don't want this money thrown around.
I don't want to see him in the NFL at all. And that's just my personal opinion. You can agree or disagree with that.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad at Colin Kaepernick because, like you said, like we've had a number of people on here, and it would be, he never asked to be out of the NFL. It was taken from him. And we know he loves football and all this shit. It would just be like, nah. If you love football that much and just genuinely wanted to play, you would have went to some of these B leagues that are going on out here right now, but you didn't. You asked it for $20 million and they didn't want to give it to you. So you said, nah, you're not going to play.